YouTube channel today. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, it's your favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis, or you can call me Lady Analysis. How you doing? How is life treating you guys? Like, how is life? Yes. Guys, let me if it's bright from here. See that it's dark. I really want to minimize to add lighting to this. Okay, yeah, I've done that, but okay, it's all right. It's better now. Yes. So, guys, how are you doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I don't really know why. I've been really these days. I've been lazy to do a video or to post something, even if I have too many things to talk about. But I've been lazy to do things. Okay, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the share button, like, share, comment. Yes, guys, there have been so many videos I've posted. I've seen little comments. Please, guys, I would really love if you guys will always go to my old videos. Listen to it and send in your views, your opinions, and what you think. Yes, guys, I really love that. Just always go back to our old videos and like and share as well. Yes, that would be so good. I would really appreciate that. Yes, guys, welcome back. Like I said, it's your favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis, or you can call me Lady Analysis because I like to do critical analysis to things. Yes, and some persons will say, but you are not there yet. So why is it that you're saying about it? I feel like I'm going to a certain level where I feel like I could say one or two things yes regarding parenting and relationship as well. Yes, because to some extent, even these days, 18, 15 years, are almost in relationship. So why can me not say talk about relationship, or why can I not talk about parenting? Because if probably I was married before now and I have my kids, I'll probably be talking about it. So already I feel like I have experience, not like I have a child, but I feel like life has taught me things. And I'm also coming from a home that, sound in discipline. So I have one or two things to, say about parenting or what have you, pertaining to life at least. Most times I feel like in life, it's not till you are there yet that's where you can say something. I feel like life would have taught you one or two things for you to be able to say something. Yes, I just feel like it's not always about you must be married before you can talk about married things. Though there might be restrictions to what you can say, so that it not look like probably there are things that you can talk about because it's so that when you are saying this, somebody will not be having should I say doubt or reasons to doubt you, because I feel like there are some things I can say. When I mean I can say, like there are some things I have knowledge to in terms of marriage, maybe relationship and stuff. There's some things I have knowledge to. There are levels to where, you know, I can say some things I cannot say because there is not everything that I know. But the little I know, I will always chip it in and say it and feel like it's very vital and important. And I feel like some persons are also of the opinion that they cannot take advice from someone who is not married because to them they feel that they are not married. So why would they be taking advice from someone who is not married, who have not really experienced what marriage is all about? So why should I be taking advice? But I feel like someone who is blessed is blessed. Like you can have experience, meaning that you might be blessed and sound in knowledge to say some things that will help somebody. And when somebody puts it into use or into practice and you see that that person is excelling in marriage or in a relationship, whatever the situation may be. So guys, today I will be talking about though I did a video on that, but I really want to do a live also pertaining to that as well. So guys, I'll be talking about parenting is on the other hand, and relationship. I would want to talk about a particular topic, but I feel like I really want to talk about this one because I've always had it in mind to say. And in my other video I just recently posted yesterday, I think I touched on that. So this particular one, it's also on relationship, and I feel like I would want to talk about that. But firstly, let me talk about parenting. Yes, and there are no specific topic though, but now this is what I'm going to talk about, guys. Um, please, guys, feel free to always you know, like, share your opinions. When you come around, when you join on the live, please don't forget you tell us where you're watching from. Tell us your opinions. Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining in on the live. Please tell me where you're watching from. Probably I'll see your name. Yes. Please like and share. Comment as well. I'm just starting. I've not really started. So welcome, please. Tell me where you're watching from. Yes, guys. So I'll move further now because I'm at work already. So I have one or two things I will do, and I wouldn't want to be distracted on the live. So I will just want to be snappy. So, guys, like what I was saying. I don't know if I should stop right. Like what I was saying is this: parenting. Like I was watching a movie. I was watching a movie. Welcome, please tell me where you're watching from. Thank you so much. I'm just actually starting. So I was watching a movie and I saw something, and I'm actually talking about parenting. Okay. So I was watching a movie recently, and I saw something, and I was really touched. And I know that something like this will always happen. Sorry for that. Should I say break in transmission? Yes. Okay. Welcome back. Thank God I've not really talked said so much. I probably feel like I will even forget some things. I want to do. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to switch back to the lights, and I'm not seeing how to do that now. Don't know why. Probably think maybe because of the breaking transmission, like I said. Okay, welcome back. So, guys. So, like I was saying earlier, I in parenting. I was talking about parenting earlier. I was watching a movie and I saw something that caught my attention. I was wondering if that is right, which I know is not actually right. Okay, now I saw this in this movie. The dad, okay, the mom is not always at home. The mom is not always at home, and the dad said something. The mom actually walked in. It was actually a movie I watched that I got something. The mom walked in and saw her daughter, kissing a guy. This the daughter I'm talking about, she's 14 years old. When she walked in, she saw her daughter, with another guy, probably most of the same age, or probably maybe 1 year difference or a month, or probably the same age. And she walked in and saw her daughter kissing the guy and stuff like that. And she was angry. She sent the boy home, called the boy's parents to come and pick the boy. And immediately she walked up to her husband and was like, I saw your daughter on the couch, you know, kissing a guy and stuff like that. And the father was like, oh, we have a rule. And she was like, oh, what's the rule? He said, so long your clothes are still on, your shorts, your pants are on, it's permitted. Then that struck my attention. I was like, whoa, really? That can really happen. Like a parent can really give that as an advice to a child, their own child. Like I don't know how we I don't know how we actually go there, because I feel like so many persons might be watching that movie and they will take that to be a very important advice. Like, oh, they'll be like, wow, actually a nice way to tell your child to do something without doing it. Do you get it? And I mean, I was now wondering that in real life, whatsoever that propels sex does not start with the action. It starts with something else, which is the romance, the affection, the what have you, before the action itself, before the main action. So if you permit that, oh, they can do whatever they're doing when their parents are home, don't you think that from that stage it graduates to another? Because at that point, whenever they are kissing, they are forced to also want to do something else. It can always push them, because it does just end, oh, let's just do that and go. No, 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 no. Because the funny part was that they are even lying on each other and they're doing what they are doing. Because if a parent should give a child such advice, that parent has really destroyed, tarnished the image of what parenting entails. Why would a parent want to advise a child and tell a child to do that? Because I feel it. And the most traumatizing part is the part where the child was involved in an accident and the parent later discovered that the child was pregnant. This is the same child that you gave an advice to always wear your pants on or you can kiss, you know. But that child is 14 years old. So why would you be even advising your child that they are free to kiss? Like I feel like it is not even advisable. It's not a thing of consideration. It's a thing that you have to let them know that it's not for young kids. It's till you are married. And until you are married, that is when it's accessible. Because I don't see why a child of 14 should be concerned about kissing or having sex or what have you. Like, I don't see how that child should be concerned with that. Why would they be thinking about that when they should be thinking about where they should be in 10 years' time? Because in 10 years, that child is just 24. And imagine at 14 years, you have exposed that child to sex or what they don't intend to, benefit from. A parent giving a child such advice, telling a child, yes, you can kiss a guy, but you make sure your pants is on, make sure your tops are on. Do you get? And that's crazy. That's really crazy because that's the height of it all. Like I saw that and it was like, wow. No wonder what's happening in our society today is really happening and the images are being tarnished. We're having children who are 16, 17, bringing forth babies. Yeah, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much. Surprised Flower. Hi, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Thank you so much for joining in. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Thank you for joining in. So, like I was saying, I said, why would a parent give a child such advice? Like, I don't understand. The right thing to do, especially for a child of 14 years, please, I'm still waiting for you, surprised. Please tell me where you are watching from. If you're just joining in, please tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from, and I'll probably love if you just click on the like button, share, and also comment, be a partaker of the conversation. Yes, I really love that. Tell me your opinions, your views, what you think about what I'm saying. Tell me where you're watching from, please. Thank you. So I probably will fault it. I'll fault it big time when I see parents who give their children advice and tell them, "Oh, you can kiss a guy at 14 years old." What is that child? What does that child need that for? Because no wonder children are so wayward. No wonder children, yes. Wow, thank you so much for joining in. How is Ethiopia today? Hope you guys are fantastic. Hope you're doing well. Wow. Thank you for joining in from Ethiopia. Please join in the conversation. Tell me what you think about parents giving advice to their kids, telling them a child of 14 years old. What would a child of 14 years old be? Why would you as a parent be advising your child? You can kiss, you can, kiss a guy, but ensure your pants is on, ensure your tops are on. If that's okay. If you're okay with that, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think. If you're joining in, please tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. We have somebody who have done that. Surprise from Ethiopia. Welcome, surprise. And you two watching, you two that have joined in on my live, please tell me where you're watching from. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to click on the like button. Please like, comment, and share. So, like I was saying earlier, why would a parent give a child such advice, especially on parenting? Why would a child do that? Why would a parent do that? Because, yes, thank you. I'm waiting for your comments. Okay, so why would you do that? Because, like I was saying, something about sex is it doesn't just start with, oh, let's have sex and let's go. It starts with something. There's always a move for something before it graduates to sex. So if a parent will advise a child, and the most annoying part is the fact that this child is 14 years old and you're giving such advice. Yes, it's a movie, but I feel like in a real world, it happens. It happens. And the most traumatizing part of this thing was that this child became pregnant. And luckily for the girl, the child didn't actually survive because of the accident. She had to go through some surgeries, and because of the drugs, I think they gave her there's this strong drug. There's this strong drug that she was given, and I was surprised. There was a strong drug she was giving, I can't remember now, but the drug actually, didn't allow the child to stay. But imagine that child, stay in the womb. what would have happened? Do you understand? She is 14. She's still a baby and she's nursing a baby. And at the end of the day, it's as a result of the wrong advice you have given that child. Please surprise. I didn't get what you said. Please, I don't know if you rephrased, but I didn't really understand what you wrote there. I don't know. I Kiss me, I don't get it, please. Please tell me what you meant by that. Thank you. So, like I was saying, the reality in parenting is that we as parents must ensure, like I always say it every time I come online here. I always tell people outside there that if tomorrow I become a parent, that I will never go outside the Bible. I will always be in line with Christ. What does Christ, what does God, what does Jesus talk about parenting? What does God want? What does He want us to do? As a father, as a mother, in as a Christian, you should ensure that the advice you give your child or the kind of parenting you ensure you give your child is the type that God will always accept. Not the one that you go outside, you always, behave like the people of the world. You be like, oh, what goes goes. So long they are okay, let them flex. It's their time. It's the world they are in. Like it's okay. No, 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 no. That's not what it means. It's not okay because at the end of the day, you see that child becoming what they are not at an early age, and before they are 20, their future and career is damaged. And at that point, at that 20, you are trying to repair their life. That's why we see so many teenagers who are in rehab today as a result of wrong parenting, wrong advice. I grew up in a family where that my parents ensure that discipline is certain, discipline is a must. You know, a child being disciplined. Most times I used to tell my siblings that look, no matter how you see it, I did not grow up knowing that, oh, I was brutally, destroyed. My face was damaged as a result. Maybe my dad, handled me. No, 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 no. But the right thing was that my father ensured that we must be in line with biblical standard. Nothing is taken away from that. Please, if you're joining in, please tell me where you're watching from. Thank you. Tell me where you're watching from. Join in on the conversation. Tell me your views, your opinions, or what you think on parents giving their children advice, especially young adults who are not even married, telling them you can go on to kiss a guy so long your pants are on, so long your pants are not down, you can go on to do that. You get. Tell me what you think about that. So, like I was saying, I said, I grew up knowing that, and I used to tell my siblings, I said, look, I feel like the way our parents handled us has really affected us really positively well. Because I go out there, even when I went to school, I didn't really need my parents to always call me and tell me, ensure you're a good girl, ensure you do this, ensure you do that. I knew what was right. I knew that I would not be here. I knew that mingling with this set of individuals would take me to places where I do not imagine. Do you understand? Please tell me where you're watching from if you're joining in. Thank you so much for joining on my live. Please tell me where you're watching from and a hi, and don't forget to click on the like button. Yes, like I was saying on parenting, I said, is it advisable for a parent to tell a young child, oh, you can go on to kiss a guy, you can go on a lady or a guy, whichever they are, you can go on to kiss and it's okay, it's fine, so long your pants are still on. What are the advantages of that? What is it really right for parents to do that, knowing that those things are only meant for married couples? Yes, I always tell people whenever I come here, I'm not working in the standard of the world. I'm always going to be working in the standard of the Bible. What the Bible wants us to do, that is always the standard I'm always working on. So the reality of this is this. So if you think that it is right, if as a parent you feel like giving such advice is right, I feel like in the future you should be open and prepared to receive the damage or whatever it costs. Now, while I was watching this movie, I realized that this child became pregnant. Now imagine this child survived. What would have happened? Imagine this lady is just 14 years old and she's already pregnant, and that's as a result of it because the parent gave her what to do. But it means she over, it means she didn't do that. It means she didn't do that. She did what was not expected of her, and it cost her, and now she's facing the repercussion. Now, even in the future, knowing that that child did not stay, it definitely means that those mistakes will haunt her, it will traumatize her, and it will not give her the right sense of reading, because one way or the other, something like that might come out and somebody might we hear, oh, she might probably tell somebody that will tell somebody, and tomorrow such thing will haunt her. She's 14 years having a baby. She's a baby and she's having a baby. That's as a result of the advice the parents gave her. And I fought it so well that a father or a mother would give a child such advice. Like, I don't understand. How does that sit well? How does that really sit well? Because I remember when I was in school, I was actually going for programs. I always ensure that I am always in the line of God, and because I feel that that's just the right path to take. Then I realized that there was this particular friend that I met who always tell me, oh, we have tests today, we have tests tomorrow. Oh, let us go and read. And I'd be like, even while I was going to church, I feel like I'm still reading, I'm still uptight, I still do well in my tests and exams and stuff like that. So I realized that when I joined her, when I was following her, I started going back in the things of God. I hardly attend church programs, and I now realize I now provide solutions for myself or a strategy. Whenever I want to go to church, I will not call her. What I do is this: I will I'll be in church, and immediately she calls me because she knows the time. When she comes, she'll be like, "Oh, where are you?" I say, "I'm in the church." She say, "Oh, you're in church." I say, "Yes, I went." Like, "Oh, okay." That she cannot make it. I say, "Okay, no problem. We'll see tomorrow." That's what I started doing. And guess what, guys? Like, that changed the story for me. At that point, the Holy Spirit was able to tell me that this one was not even working for me. And guys, guess what? And I helped myself. And this lady in the first semester, she did excellently well because according to her, which I know I also tried my best, I ensure that whenever I want to go to class, I will always take her. We'll go to class together, just to ensure that she's reading because she always have problem of reading. First semester, her grades were very good, more than my own. I didn't even actually have issues because me, I was also in a very good grade without any failures or what have you. But I said, okay, this is what I'll do for myself. I will put extra effort for myself. Even in exam, I will not have to tell you everything. I just tell, okay, this is what I feel like it means. Just try to buttress from the answers. And guess what, guys? In the next semester, I actually was ahead of them. Now, I don't have to call my parents to tell them, oh, that this was happening, for them to give me advice because already the foundation has been built and I know what was right for me or what I was supposed to do. And it really, really helped me. So that's the essential part. Please, guys, if you're joining in on my live, please tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from if you're just joining in. Please tell me where you're watching from. Thank you so much. I really love if you do that. Tell me where you're watching from. And please don't forget to click on the like button, share, and comment. Join in on the conversations. Thank you so much. Please, if you're watching, tell me where you're watching from. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Please click on the like button, share, and comment. So, guys, like I was saying, I feel it's really so dangerous and bad that parents should give a child such advice because you might not know what you are causing. You might not know what you have exposed that child. And guess what? Even if that child is not maybe did not later become pregnant, but I feel like you have exposed that child to sex at a very young age. Because you cannot just tell me that that child will always continue to kiss, kiss, kiss. I don't think it's going to be possible because there are times where they'll do that and they will always know how to protect themselves without you knowing. I've seen people who will go with the wrong, identification card to pharmacy to get drugs they are not supposed to get, or to go to, even clubs, knowing that they are not even of age. I've seen them. How do they think about that? These are things that they discuss without your concept, without you knowing, and they're already doing this, and you tend to, realize this thing when it's all late, and by then they are totally really exposed big time. And this is as a result of your wrong parenting, your wrong advice. We as parents, or probably in future, whether or not you are one now or you are soon to be, you are going to be a parent tomorrow, you must ensure that you know these things. Give your child the right advice. What does your religion say? That is important. What does your religion say about, training up your child? As a Christian, my religion says train up a child in the ways he or she should grow. When they grow, they will not depart from it, so that when they grow, when they look back, they will always be like, yes, I'm in the right track. You understand? when they go out in the world, they will not be faced, they will not be troubled. Why? Because they will know that I am I am confident enough to challenge the societal issues. They will not be traumatized. They will not be, they will not be shaky because you have, you brought them in a proper way that they will follow in the ways, in the standard of the ways of what you believe that is your religion. That is a proper thing to do, guys. So I feel like it's important we should note this. It's important we should note this. Okay, that's it for parenting. Now the other part I also want to talk about is on relationship. Relationship. Now, guys, this one is very, very important. When you're going into relationship, you must ensure that you define whatever relationship you're going to. I've seen people who come out to say, "Oh, I like you. I like the kind of person. Can we date?" And you're like, "Oh yes, I can date." Now, the idea of dating is not really bad, but the idea is that it does not define where the relationship is going to. Because somebody can say, "Oh, can we date now?" And still, after 10 years, is still saying that I feel like we are still getting to know each other. We need time. We need, to know ourselves. We need even, you get so many excuses can come in just in the process of that dating stuff. Now, I feel like if you start a relationship today, you should ensure that you define that relationship. It's not just to be, it's not only should be centered on, oh, we're dating. Ensure that at the point of where we are starting, where are we going and where are we ending? When someone walk up to you and tell, "Oh, can we?" They say, "Yeah, okay." Firstly, you will ensure that you want to know this person. But in knowing this person, in the process of knowing this person, it is important that you also know that, okay, in this process of getting to know each other, we must definitely, we are going to realize that, oh, are we compatible? Can we blend in very well? Are we going to be on the right track? Do you get? Because most times people see these warnings and signals and they are still there. They see all the errors, the red flags, and they want to still be there in their head. They are like, oh, it's I feel like, I just need time. Maybe person will change or something. In a relationship, I don't feel like you are going to repair or fix anybody. It's not expected you have to fix anybody. In relationship, I feel like you are just helping the individual. You are building yourself in the right way. But if that individual becomes to a point where that individual seems like he or she is full with red flags, he or she is so abusive, he or she is so, so toxic, I feel like that relationship is not for you to be there again. You should desist from there because it doesn't mean that you are going to be there forever. Relationship is expected that when you define it, you know where you're going, so that in 6 months' time, you're like, okay, where are we now? Like, what's going to happen in the next 2 months? What's happened? Because in a relationship where you are in 6 months and there's nothing like, oh, we're talking about marriage or something, you need to start asking questions and you need to start saying, okay, what's happening? Because I feel like if there are no really errors, there are no faults, we are fine, we are okay. I feel like we should be talking about marriage. I feel like we're talking like, okay, let me see your parents. Okay, let me come around. Let me know your friends. Let me know people around you. I feel like you should be interested about knowing the person, so you bring those who are around the individuals closer to you to get to know them, so that you can. There are situations whereby even the relationship, you can even build close relationship with people around them to even become friends. People you can always call and ask them to check up on your woman or your man for you. That is in the relationship. But the essential part or the point I want us to notice is defining the relationship, so that in 1 year later you will not be like, and the person is like, oh, I'm done. I feel like we are not where we ought to be. I feel like it's not okay for us. And imagine that 1 year you are really, tell so many persons who came around, I'm not interested. I have somebody, I have somebody, I have somebody. And 1 year later, somebody who you have shunned people away from, you have always tell people to go, you have somebody is telling you, I don't want to do it again. After 1 year, it's crazy because 1 year is supposed to be enough more than enough for you to know whoever you want. So you don't have to live with each other to get to know each other, because I feel like there are individuals who never met themselves, who always been on phone chatting, video calling themselves and all manner of things, and they got married. And I feel like till today they are still in their marriage for 30, 20 something years later. Even those ones who have always dated for 100 years, they still have serious issues. So most times it's not all about how long you are in the relationship. All that matters is the compatibility. Like in my last video, I said something about compatibility. You cannot have somebody working in the force and somebody who is a doctor, you know, getting married. Yes, you must ensure you ensure you look at those things, because somebody who is working in the force, you know that the person will always not be around. The person is not always around. One today is posted here, tomorrow is there, tomorrow is in combat, tomorrow is posted in another country. The man is the doctor, and you know that in a night he can be called upon for a surgery, he can be called upon to do one or two. He's always up and running as a doctor, a big time doctor. So those two now, who will be at home to take care of the kids? Nobody's at home. So it means you are raising your kids with, and somebody else is doing the work for you. I've seen families like that, and the children will grow up not even knowing the kind of parent that they have. They just know that, oh, my parents always ensure that I am always, okay. They always send money, what I need. They always send the money that I need. And it's surprising. And you get to see all those things, and you now realize that you have made a mistake from the beginning and you cannot leave. And which have resulted to so many couples retiring earlier just to have time to get to know their kids, to ensure that they have a good family at the end. And that's really traumatizing. So in life, you must ensure that you define your relationship. In defining your relationship gives room to know what that individual, the kind of plans that individual have in store for you. When you see individual already, stammering and like, oh yeah, I understand, it's just that you know that this one does not have any future for you. So defining your relationship makes you know that, oh, he just want to be friends, or he wants more from me or not. Do you get? So defining it helps you to know, okay, if other people come around, should I tell them, oh, you're welcome? Should I get to also be in a relationship with other persons, even if this one is around? Do you understand? Because so many people have really lose even the right ones when they're in a relationship that does not even really have meanings in the name of they are there. I've seen people 10 years in a relationship. At the end of the day, they break up and everybody goes their separate ways. So imagine you are 20 years and you're in 10 years relationship with a guy, and 10 years later you are 30 years old and the relationship does not worth anything for you. But I've seen so many people who are lucky after that relationship, and in the next 2 months they enter a relationship, and in the next 2 months, give them 4 months at most, they are married. But the relationship they were in for 10 years did not lead them to marriage, but they were even there celebrating almost 10, not even almost 10 Christmas without a result. That's because that relationship was never defined. An undefined relationship is a relationship that will never have a foundation. It's a relationship that will always fall, that will always be, will always shake. When pressure comes, it will push it down. It's just like building a house on water. You know, Even if you have to build your house on water, you will ensure that the foundation will be strong. If it's not strong, to always pull it down. When heavy storm comes, take it down. But when it's solidly, built well, when storms come, when trials comes, when wind come, it will blow or it will still stay. Why? Because you define the relationship. That's why it will even save you less trouble, less stress, less trouble. You won't have to, be thinking, oh, this place I am, is it safe? This place I am. So you have to take out on persons that are not even supposed to start anything with you. That's the most important. There are persons who you are not even supposed to start anything with. They are individuals you're not supposed to start a relationship with. So defining it in the earlier stage will really help your life. Will save you heartbreak. Like you won't have to go through heartbreak. Oh, after being with him for 5 years and look at what he put me through and every other thing, to really, really, really save you that stress. So if you don't define your relationship, you will see yourself crumbling and crashing. If you look at our society today, we have so many divorces. We have so many, relationship that has been broken. Why? Because it all started on on a shattered ground. There was no foundation. There was no bedrock. There was no defining what we wanted or where we are going to from here. Yes, you have a right, even as a lady or as a guy, to most in a world where I live in African setting, it's usually the guy that's always like putting the that's going further. Because it's like if the lady is the one always like, it's as if she's how do I put it? She's too pushy. It's like she's there's a word to use, but most times when the guy approaches a lady, I feel that the guy should be taking the actions more so that the lady will feel like, okay, I'm safe here. Okay, it's fine here. But the lady also have a role to play. She can also ask her questions when she feels that she's not getting what she wants. When she asks questions and she's not getting the response she wants, she can leave. She can leave. That one is permitted. She can leave. Yes, let us say that you are pushy. Let us say that you are so you want something. Yes, you want something because you cannot be in a relationship where it does not have anything. It's not meaty. It's not meaty like in my profession we say when something is not meaty, we are saying that it has no flesh. We are saying that it does not have any content. It does not have anything very important to make me want to write about this thing. I am actually a graduate of mass communication. So it's important to know if this relationship is meaty for you to be there, if it has flesh, whether or not to remain or not to remain. So most importantly, you must ensure you ask questions, define the relationship before you enter. Even as a guy, it's important you also define that. Why are you defining it? To know if this lady is even ready to go the second mile with you. There are ladies who are in relationship, they don't really want to get married. And as a guy, you are interested. You feel like okay, after 1, 2 months, you will really want to pop the question that is if she's the right one. So there are most times you think she's the right one and you are with her for a long time, and all of a sudden you are seeing that she's giving you this kind of attitude that like, oh, like I don't really want to have kids. I don't really want to, I just feel like being married will make you just being loyal to one man and the man would want to surprise you and stuff like that. And you just need to ask questions also as a guy, knowing it fully well, so that you will know that if this lady really wants to be under anybody. There are so many ladies who are out there who feels that they call themselves the feminists. The feminists. Like my Bible will tell me a woman should be submissive. But they to them they believe that they are not going to be submissive to a man. They believe in equality. But the reality of the matter is that God has always placed the man God has always placed the man above the woman and has made him the head. It's just that in so many homes, we see lesser of what the Bible is saying. So you must ensure that you as a man you play your role well. Ask questions. Ask questions. It will really help you to avoid all manner of had I known. If I had known, I would have not even started it. I don't. It has even made some men not even want to go into relationship. They see all ladies as the same. Why? Because they fail to define relationship. So, guys, I feel like that starts for relationship and parenting, and I hope you guys will ensure that you do the proper thing, especially for those who are not yet married. The relationship where you're in, ensure you ask such questions. And guys, please always mention when you join in on my live. Please always tell me where you're watching from, comment, like, and share. I really appreciate if you do that. If you always like, comment, share, click on the like button, join in on the conversation, or probably if you're just joining in and we are rounding off, you can just go back and just listen and send in your views and your opinions. I will really always go back response to your opinions and your views. So, guys, that's the day, and I'm really excited I was able to achieve this today. And thank you guys for joining in. Every single one of you that joining on my live, God bless you so much. I really appreciate. But you didn't do one thing for me. You did not tell me where you're watching from. You didn't like. You did not share. You did not comment. You didn't join in the conversation. Or hopefully, I know you do that next time. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the share button, like, comment. Love you guys. See you some other time. But for me, it's bye for now. See you guys.